Hello and welcome to My Dietitian Journey. I'm Felicia, owner and registered dietitian at Paraz Nutrition and My Dietitian Journey. This video will cover how to keep organized when submitting and tracking your claims. The first thing that you want to consider with claim filing is how you will submit the claim. If you're utilizing an EMR, make sure to have everything set up to be able to file through that EMR. This includes setting up your clinical information like your NPI, your license information, taxonomy code, practice details, and billing provider information, so this populates accurately on the claim. I use Simple Practice for my EMR, and I need to complete enrollments for insurance payers so I can actually submit the electronic claims and then receive the electronic payment reports through Simple Practice. Each EMR is different with claim filing. For some, you will need to create an account with a separate platform like Office Ally or ClaimMD. And then after you set up your account, you'll need to integrate those platforms. So each EMR should have separate help guides on these topics to help you with that integration. Another option is to submit the claim directly to the insurance company through their website. Paraportal, for example, is for Independence Blue Cross, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Aetna use Availity. United Healthcare has their own provider portal directly on their website. These portals are free to utilize, however, they do require you to create an account, so you just need to make sure that you do that prior to seeing your first patient. Even if you don't end up utilizing the payer websites to submit claims, you still want access to these platforms for claim investigations, to access EOBs, to verify coverage, and then also to update your demographic information as a provider. Another option for submitting claims is through a paper CMS 1500 form. In some cases, which this is not very common, you will need to file a paper claim with an insurance company. The CMS 1500 form is the standard claim form. Per the CMS, an acceptable claim form is printed in Flint OCR red ink, and you can access these claim forms through the U.S. government printing office, local printing companies in your area, and or office supply stores. When I first started my practice, I utilized all of the provider portals for claim filing since I didn't use an EMR. Once I started using Simple Practice, I slowly started to transition my claims to filing solely through them. I have the Plus version of Simple Practice, which includes 35 claims per month, and then it's 25 cents per claim after that. When filing your claims, you want to do so in a timely manner after the service has been rendered. So claims for Paraz Nutrition are generally filed within 1 to 2 weeks after the date of service. Claims are filed usually in a batch to just help with streamlining the process. To keep track of the claims, what's been filed, what's outstanding, what needs more attention, I do utilize Google Spreadsheets. I do want to note that I have Google Workspace and the HIPAA compliant version of that as well. You can also just use a paper document or a spreadsheet or an encrypted flash drive. So the sharing of a spreadsheet is more useful if maybe you're working with a biller or someone other than yourself is submitting the claims. On my spreadsheet, I don't have a ton of information, just enough to make sure that I'm keeping organized, since my EMR does have all the information about the CPT code, the ICD-10 codes, place of service, number of units, and then also the cost. After seeing the patient, I input the date of service and the patient initials on the tracking sheet. There's also a column for the date of submission, which gets filled in once the claim has been filed. There's also a note section where I add information about a denial or claim issue. I also have a column where I add information if I need to resubmit a claim. I used to submit everything on different platforms, so I did have a column with the submission location just to keep track, but now that everything goes through Simple Practice, that column has been deleted. Once a claim has been paid, I do highlight it in green, and then if there's an issue, I highlight it in orange. And I also add a comment to myself as a reminder to go back and to view that claim. Outside of claim tracking, I also track my business income, which includes payment from the individual insurance companies, and then also payment from patients. So if they had a copay or a deductible that they needed to meet first, and they had a patient responsibility on their EOB. In addition, I also track my business expenses, personal income and expenses, and then also the total appointments I have each month with a line item for cancellations and reschedules. Personally, I liked the spreadsheet option better since I can add notes and then I can print off the pages for my accountant as needed. In keeping organized with your claims and the filing of your claims, I found it helpful to have a recurring task built into my Friday to-do list. So I have a task to check my claim sheet, see if there's any outstanding claims, and then also any denied claims that needs a follow-up. If a claim has been denied, the first thing that you want to do is check the EOB and the reason for the denial. If there was an error on your part, you could submit a corrected claim. If the claim was paid with the patient responsibility, that would be indicated on the EOB as well. If the claim should not have been denied because you verified benefits ahead of time and everything was filed appropriately, you can submit a claim investigation online within those provider platforms. Each insurance company does have their own process for submitting claim investigations or appeals. Most will want you to utilize their online portal versus calling anyone. Sometimes you will need to utilize different ICD-10 codes for an insurance company to get coverage. It's a bit of a game. I hope hearing about how I prepare and track my claims has been helpful. Thanks so much for listening, and reach out if you have any questions.